And good evening, everybody, and welcome here to the continuation of All-Star Race Weekend. It's time for the main races as we get ready here for Oreo Truck Series All-Star Race here in Season 8. And it wouldn't be the All-Star Races without Dillon Poteet joining me in the booth. Thanks for being here, Dillon.
I'm glad to be back again, Seth. It's always fun to do this, and excited to do this another season, and hopefully it's as good as the other ones, and we don't know what craziness is about to happen, but we might see some new things for the first time today. We're at a fairly new track, FTF, and these guys don't know much about it, and it's going to be interesting to see how they play it out today, especially in a non-points event.
And this is going to be our smallest All-Star Race field of the weekend. This is going to hold 21 drivers in it, including the 3 that transferred in via the Oreo Open and the fan vote. But out of all of them, every single one of these drivers in this field are veterans with the exception of one, and that's the pole sitter. Caleb Farrell was fastest in qualifying. How daunting has it got to be knowing you're the only driver that's a rookie in this field and you got to go up against 20 other veterans in a non-points event?
Well, I guess you can relate it to Danica Patrick in the 500 pole last season. Kind of a odd feeling being up front and just, not being up there that often. But it could be very interesting to see how these veterans play around behind the 09, if they might work with him or they might split him and try to drop him to the back. It's going to be interesting to see what they do, but I guess we'll find out very soon.
And the one thing that we've seen all weekend long in the open races, in qualifying sessions, etc., is always there seems to be a wreck that happens either on lap 1 or just after they come to complete the first lap and head on to lap number 2. Are we going to see something like that here tonight? And if so, what's the strategy these drivers have to utilize to be in the right position at the right time to avoid that wreck?
I'm not sure what's going to happen. It's really going to depend on just how much they string out and everything, or they go, 4 wide, then it's definitely going to be trouble. But never know. It could be on the first lap. We might not even have a big one. It's going to be pretty much random, but it's going to be these drivers going to have to make that happen. If they're not wanting to wreck, they're going to have to be careful. And honestly, being a safe spot, I'm not quite sure if there's really an honest safe spot. I guess being up front would be nice, or being all the way in the back in case a wreck happens. But you don't want to be in the middle because that's usually where trouble happens. But we never know. It's a SuperSpeedway race, and anything can happen, and probably everything is going to happen.
Alright, so as we get ready here for these drivers to peel off, the command to fire the edge has been given. We're going to show you now your official starting lineup for tonight's Oreo Truck Series All-Star Race.
Ah!
So now the moment that we've all been waiting for. 1 year ago, or 1 season ago, Dillon Poteet and I made our last picks for who we thought was going to win the Oreo Truck Series All-Star Race, and now the daunting task falls on our shoulders once again. And
somebody's going to be doomed.
Yeah, exactly, because
if you 2 people are going to be doomed.
If you people haven't seen the previous All-Star races we've commentated, more often than not, the drivers we pick end up wrecking out in the first lap. So
Hmm.
it's usually not a good thing if we pick drivers, but nonetheless, we're going to try and see if we can change our luck here in Season 8. Dylan, who are you looking at in this field to take it all?
Well, again, it's probably going to be completely random. And again, if you right beforehand, I apologize, but I'm going to go with the 32. I'm going to go with Charles Jackson. Now, he has a teammate in this race right in front of him in the 31, but at the same time, that might play as like an advantage for him. And hopefully he can stay out of trouble, and hopefully I don't look dumb picking another person and they wreck out. So, ahead of time, Charles, I apologize if you wreck, because it'll probably be my fault.
Well, maybe not such a bad pick, though, because I remember, ever since I remember Charles Jackson or his alter ego, Jack Richards, debuting in all three series, All-Star Race Weekend's actually been very kind to him, but I'm going to go out on a limb and go with a guy that really needs a lot of good luck this season. He's actually starting just up ahead of Charles Jackson, and that's Sean Galligan. He has been so dominant in Truck Series competition, but this seems to be the one year that the two team has not been able to put it together. They've been running very poorly in the point standings. Sean Galligan has, I believe, almost every single season for the past 4 seasons made the chase. They really need a win, albeit a non-points win, but still something to be able to get them back on track for the second half of the season, as they're going to try and make what I believe would be the 4th straight chase for Sean Galligan. So I'm looking at the Blue Deuce here tonight.
Maybe a shot in the arm, too. I mean, it'd be a good way to get their momentum going.
I mean, this is usually, as we say, this is the moment of assessment for all teams. It's the midway point, everybody looking to see either how can we make ourselves better or how can we get ourselves back on track. Because this now, after these all-star races, it's the race to the chase.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good way to show how their team is performing, heading into the chase and stuff. And just knowing what their car's going to be like, maybe to prep up and just see how the rest of the season is going to go. This race might not necessarily say what or really tell what their season's going to do, but it might be maybe a sneak peek of what to come for these teams and everything.
All right then, it's time to see what's going to happen. 20 laps on tap here tonight. Rookie Caleb Farrell gets us underway. We are green here in the Oreo Truck Series All-Star Race.
The first fail of the weekend, yeah, and it wasn't me.
It wasn't you, nope. We've got so many random things that happen here. We had a fail counter one season. We had the Squeaky Chair Foundation one season. I mean, you just never know what's going to happen here, whether it be in the race or in commentary.
We have people fly off into the moon and stuff. We've got everything happen.
Christmas Miracle debuted during the All-Star Race Weekend, didn't it?
Yeah, in a deleted scene one that didn't happen. But nobody else will know but just me and you.
That's true. Well, no, actually, I think I ended up having that clip put up there. I think I saved that clip. I'm not sure. Anyway, they are starting to get. They're starting to get racy back there, and oh wow, Luke Walker went 3 wide. I think they can hold this though. Maybe.
Yeah, you got to be very careful going in at 3s when everything usually happens. Oh, they're 4 wide.
Oh, keep it together.
It looks like they're gonna make it.
48 got the apron there, Cody Lamas, and they still were able to keep it together.
38 car got out, completely got out of the throttle, I think, just to avoid that happening. That was a smart move. Rather be staying in the race than falling out the last one. There's no point in that.
And Luke Walker ended up qualifying in for this All-Star race with a win at Talladega. So this is a restrictor plate track, so maybe going to try to utilize some of the strategy he used at Dega.
Yeah, and I noticed that your pick, Sean Galligan, when they went into turns 1 and 2, he actually got up to the very high side and dropped back. I think that was strategy on the 2 part to fall to the back. So they look like they're getting a little racy up here toward the front.
Yeah, they are. Charles Jackson trying to get up there, get the draft off his teammate Dillon Poteet. Here comes to the bottom Eric Burton. We got a number of one-race deal drivers here tonight that qualified into the All-Star race but are not running full-time in Truck Series competition. Actually, a number of them coming back in the rides they won in last season. Burton ended up winning in the 54 last season at Pocono. He's back in that same ride here tonight.
Doesn't look like he really lost a step or not. He's up there front that Best Buy Silverado and stuff. And got a couple drivers behind him. Oh, never mind. Cody's going to take the lead from him.
Cody Lamas coming to the bottom. Cody ended up winning earlier on the season at Atlanta. It's been a good season here for Cody Lamas, too, in Truck Series competition, and he'd love to be able to win the All-Star race. And look who's right behind him. Bob Fergus ended up finishing 2nd in the Oreo Open. He's already up here into the top 5.
Yeah, like I said, it doesn't take long to go from the front to the back or vice versa. I mean, just follow the right line and go to the front, and Fergus has worked his way all the way up already inside the top 5.
And take a look at the car, 4th in that inside line. That is
Kyle back there.
Oh boy, Sean Galligan.
It's sorry to cut you off there. I thought they might have had a problem back there. They settled it out, actually.
Yeah, nice move there of the 23 of Matthew Daly, letting Galligan in. We are still green. We have not had this happen all weekend long. This is a first.
Yeah. These drivers are probably breathing a sigh of relief, too, because they're not already wrecking. They're already like, yay.
Well, keep in mind, the other three races, the Oreo Open, Mobile Open, Snickers Shootout, they were races that were only 10 laps in length. This is a 20-lap event, so they kind of have to pace themselves a little better than they did in those races, try and race into the All-Star race, and they're 5 wide behind them.
Well, I was going to say, maybe they knew it was such a long race, they needed to try to keep it calm and everything. Oh, that 11.
They are 5 wide, still
this
there.
Doesn't look good.
Give room, guys. Oh, Michael's down off the nose of the 15, and he saved it!
Oh my gosh, how did
Joshua Michael save that?
I thought he was going to go straight back up the track and take out half the field.
And look at the 15 there. That's I believe that's Prudence Littlejohn. The 15 was able to hang on to it too. How did the 43 and 15 make that work?
I have no idea.
Oh my goodness.
You must have been saying your prayers last night because that was one heck of a save.
And now they're 4 wide up ahead again. Cody Lamas, Eric Burton.
Lamas and no.
Guys, give room. Oh, they're leaning. They're leaning. This is not good.
Back behind. I think they might settle it out, maybe.
Just get to 3 wide. Just get to 3 wide. Oh, Charles Jackson, 2 tires on the apron.
And they still managed to stay.
How are they doing this?
There should have been about 3 wrecks that happened.
There should have. You're right. Oh my goodness. And look who the leader is. The only driver in Truck Series history to hold a points-paying win at this track, Kyle Corbett.
As soon as he gets the lead, they kick him out of line.
Yeah, that's the guy that won the Oreo Open. Dylan Young going to the point.
Yeah, that's what's so good about this race. Everybody has an equal chance to win this race. It just matters of being in the right place at the right time. And like I said, Dylan Young won the Open. He's up here now, and he's battling for the lead and stuff.
These guys back here from about 10th on back, they are going crazy back here. And look at the 78. What's DeFalu doing? Now we saw in the Mobile Open, Pichu London ran the apron all the way through turns 1 and 2 as DeFalu got wiggly up there and almost came up into the 62.
Wiggly figgly for the 78.
Oh my goodness, Canepa almost hit him. I don't know how they're keeping this together.
I have no idea either, but we probably should be happy that they are.
Yeah, very happy. Very happy.
On lap 4.
Oh my goodness. And now they're going to start splitting again. Here comes the fan vote winner, Jessica Shelton, to the bottom.
Now they're going to be 3 wide where she's at.
Oh, they're going to go 4 wide again. Galligan's putting it in between.
Oh, he's trying to get in between the 23 right there in the 07. Oh, and he did.
Oh, no. Don't lean. Don't lean.
Is it a good time to get on the apron 07?
Oh, they're leaning on each other.
Are they seriously going to keep it going?
They can't. How are they doing this?
Galligan just made his own line. He's like, all right, I'm just going to drive by myself here.
There's Canepa. Oh, Canepa comes up. Gets into Galligan. They're still saving it. Okay, Galligan actually just made that 4 wide move work, and he's cleared, I think, the 23. Almost.
38 car getting out of line, and he knows, he's like, I'm not getting in this position the entire race.
Yeah, I know. Luke Walker's been the smartest driver in this entire field. That's the second time he's been put in a 4 wide situation and backed out.
Yeah, we've seen drivers completely on the apron. We've seen people back out. We've seen everything. I mean, they rubbed doors. I don't know how they haven't wrecked yet.
I don't know how they haven't wrecked either.
Again. That's like the only one of the couple pairs I see up in this field that actually have teammates. I'm trying to think if there's any more.
I mean, this is literally like a ticking time bomb. You know it's going to happen sooner or later, but every time you think it's going to happen, they somehow find a way to weasel their way out of it.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to watch for sure.
And now they're going to settle it to double wide formation. That's not such a bad idea.
It's like almost like it's synchronized. Everybody just pull out to the left.
Everybody's just kind of like, okay, let's just chill for a while, because we still got a ways to go. We still got 15 laps when they hit the stripe here.
Shelton's trying to get the lead, but she didn't actually have the draft right there. Now they're going to go 3 wide for about 2nd. Uh-oh.
That's the 6 car of LaPlante up on the high side. Shelton on the bottom. Fergus in the middle.
Close. Ooh, just looking back there around that 78, who's been flirting with the apron this entire race. James a failure. I don't know. He's just been wanted around the apron.
And you think about it, all these one-race deal drivers, I mean, they're not racing full-time in Truck Series competition. They don't have anything to lose, but still bold moves being made by all these drivers.
Yeah, we're only on lap 5, about to be lap 6, and we already had this much craziness happen. We still got a long way to go.
And a couple of drivers are actually chilling at the back. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. What happened to Leia Walker? Did she just make a pit stop? Oh, don't forget, we got pit stops in this thing going on. We may be having green flag pit stops.
The thing about that, though, she's by herself.
Oh, there they come. Here they come.
I was going to say, she's by herself. That's not going to help her when she's trying to catch back up. I don't know if she's going to be in the draft or the pack or anything. Like, these guys should be fine, but...
Burton, Lamas, Corbett, Hernandez, Farrell, Matthews, Galligan, Dylan Young, all on pit road.
Now, they're pitting on this lap. That means they're probably going to make at least another stop before this race is over, it looks like. Maybe even 2.
And, you know, I was more than thinking that these drivers were going to end up having to pit under caution. I was really not thinking they were going to have to pit under green because I thought we were going to have wrecks happen. But this just completely throws a monkey wrench into the strategy for these guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And probably expect the other guys to come down this upcoming lap. There's still a bunch. Oh, they're trying to go forward again.
Oh, boy.
At 07 there, Bob Fergus was trying to
look at Bob! Look at Bob Jones in the 11 going up the middle.
Charles, don't go! Charles, don't make it 4 wide.
Oh no! Come on! Somebody back out! Somebody back out, please!
Oh my goodness, they're gonna wreck.
Oh, they're gonna wreck! They're gonna wreck! They're going to.
I don't know how
they didn't wreck.
How?
They didn't wreck. This is incredible. All race weekend, I have never seen them actually make their way out of these situations, and they've done it. I've lost count how many times they've done it tonight.
I have no idea, but it's just hard to even keep up who's leading because it seems like every other turn there's like somebody else leading, or about 2 or 3 cars lead each turn.
And that's an interesting factor too. It's very hard for them to seem to hold the lead, and here comes everybody else to pit road.
I'm telling you, those teammates seem like they're nose to tail the entire time. That 31, that 32. That's like how they've been the entire race.
Just making sure everybody's going to be safe getting on pit road here, because the last thing we need is a fluke caution coming out with them wrecking on pit road.
Ooh, gotta be careful. Everybody's going to start cutting left in front of people. Ooh. Look out.
Canepa slows down. Looks like everybody's going to get through it.
It looks like nobody stayed out. That was a smart move. You don't want to be by yourself out there. Like
no.
It'd be interesting to see where Leia Walker's going to be in this situation. I don't think she's not even in this contact with these guys.
I think Leia... Yeah, she was, I think, at the tail end of the field along with Joshua Michaels, and we saw the both of them end up pitting, well, I guess Leia pitted 1 lap earlier than Michaels did. Michaels pitted with that first group.
I'm not quite sure, but Cody might end up being the new race leader. I think pitting that lap earlier, yeah, they're the second group. Oh, yeah, they're definitely going to be the new leaders.
Well, I'm not so sure. It's all going to depend on where they come out, because there's some other... Yeah, this is going to be interesting. And this is going to spread it out a lot, too.
That might take the probability of a wreck happening out of the equation as well.
Very much so, correct.
I'm not sure who's going to be leading right now.
Bob Fergus.
I think there's a couple more cars up ahead.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's Matthew Daly. There's, I believe that's Prunes Littlejohn right behind him.
I think that's...
Oh, Shelton's out of fuel. She stretched it too far. She was the leader, and she went an extra lap, and now she's out of fuel.
Yeah, I was just saying, if you're by yourself, that probably wasn't a good idea. Oh, gosh, look out.
Oh, my goodness. Well,
that's not one way to do it.
No. So we apparently know they can go about 6 laps, not 7.
Now the field, we got about 6 cars right here, trucks I should say. We might have 8. Yeah, the field definitely looked like it got strung out right there. This is allowing these other trucks to catch up though, because the 15 was slow and so was, who else was that?
Matthew Daly in 23.
Yeah. I was losing track of what I was thinking, losing my mind. If I hadn't already.
Oh man. So now we got ourselves about an 8 truck pack up here, and they're actually being run down. I think there's about 2 or 3 other drivers just on the tail end there that are starting to catch them.
And there's the 32.
Yep, Charles Jackson just caught up. So now, if my calculations are correct, they are going to have to make at least 1 more stop, and it's going to come somewhere between laps 13 and 14. That is if we don't have another caution flag.
Yeah. If we don't have one, period.
Yeah, if we go an entire 20-lap race here without a caution, I'm going to be absolutely shocked, because You know, you and I know, we've commentated these races before. There were so many times there where a caution should have happened and didn't.
Oh, in those first couple laps, I thought we were going to have a caution, and we didn't. The first 5 laps, I thought we were for sure going to have one, but if at this point, now that the field's separated, I don't know if it's going to happen. Well, they're trying to go for a while. I guess they're still wanting to risk it.
Yeah, they're still getting racy up here, and right now there's this first pack up here. Corbett, Bob Jones, Haruhi Hashimi's up in here, Prudence Littlejohn, Burton, Lamas, Jackson, Hernandez.
Ooh, Burton drumming doors with the 73.
Looks like the 07's going to let the 73 in, though.
Oh, gotta be careful, don't hook.
Oh, wow. 32 got the apron.
That's the second time Charles has been really close to getting hooked in the right rear fender. Oof. I keep thinking somebody's gonna get turned head on up into the pack, and I was thinking that would have been really bad.
Yeah, you're right, because then there's nowhere to go. Track's just gonna get blocked up.
And then that second pack would probably flying in there.
Exactly. You mentioned that second pack, and there they are: LaPlante, DeFelu, Dylan Young, Galligan, Caleb Farrell, and Kyle Matthews. Now they're running mostly single file here, so this could help them actually catch up to those other drivers in that first pack, because they're racing 3 and 4 wide right now.
Yeah, but they have to stay in line. Like what they're doing right now is not helping. So they'll have to stay single file if they have any chance to want to catch them if they want to, but they'll have to wait and see.
Let's see. Cody Lamas is the last car in this pack. When he crossed the stripe, the field in that second pack right now is just a little under 6 seconds behind. So we'll check and see next time by if they make up any ground as they try and run down this first pack. And now comes into play here. Do you try on that second and final stop, if this thing goes green to the end, do you try and play out a little bit of strategy as far as maybe only going for 2 tires, going for fuel only?
Well, the front pack, they might consider it, but I think anybody that's not from the front pack, they're going to consider either a fuel-only stop or 2 tires just to try to catch up. They might not honestly need all the fuel, and again, it is just a point, or it's not a points race, it's an all-star race, so they have nothing to lose if they run out of gas or something like that, so I don't see why they wouldn't do it.
Well, the thing they definitely do have to do is make sure they get it packed full of fuel. We end up seeing Jessica Shelton tried stretching it 1 extra lap than everybody else, ran out of fuel on the back straightaway. I believe she's actually been able to make it to pit road. But, yeah, these drivers, apparently the fuel window has basically been set where they can't really go any further than 6 laps or maybe 7.
It can really play in the hand at the end, because it can be really close so they can make it on fuel after the next stop.
Well, right now, Charles Jackson got out in front, and he's not really let anybody take away that spot. They've been battling more for second than anything. Now Cody Lamas underneath of Eric Burton. And this is a big opportunity here for Charles Jackson. As I said, he's got good numbers here in All-Star Race competition, and he may be able to come away with an Oreo Truck Series All-Star Race victory.
I'm just holding my breath because I picked him still, because it's still a long way to go. So. I'm looking good right now. If the race was over now, I'd be happy, but it's not. And it looks like the leaders have actually got away by about another 10th on the second group, so it doesn't look like they're actually catching them.
No, they're not.
Them.
And maybe even with the fact that that second pack, maybe if they are running single file, you got more drivers up here in this front pack. Although they have now just split into, it was a 10-car pack, now it's 2 packs of 5.
Yeah, that's kind of odd how that happened. Somebody must have got out of the groove or something.
I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe someone checked up. I don't know what the situation was there.
I don't know, but that might be a little bit better for that second group now next time around. If they separated just recently, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're losing contact with the front group, though. Well, actually looks like they're catching back up now.
Yeah, those second 5 have caught back up here off the tail draft of the 11 and the, I guess that's the 15 that were the 2 heading the back of that first 5-car pack. So now we're back with a 10-car pack again.
Yeah, right now Charles Jackson is definitely liking this right now, just sitting there cruising up front. And really, nobody's really pulled up the back bumper of that 32. Like, that 11 is about as close as somebody's been this entire run. Oh, I actually as soon as I say that, here he comes. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, they're coming to pit road again.
And they're not all coming together this time. They're actually splitting up.
And this is at the halfway point, so I thought we were going to have to go only 1 more pit stop, maybe another pit stop.
Oh, it definitely doesn't look like these guys. There's no way they're going to make it on 10 laps, because we saw Shelton stretch it 6 laps and she's going to make it. So these guys are going to be at least 4 laps short, and that's a lot of miles to be short on.
So Burton's in, Matthews, Galligan. I believe the pole sitter Caleb Farrell is in. He is indeed. Corbett. Another driver just hit pit road. Oh, that's Jessica Shelton now leaving.
Leaving pit road.
Yeah, she, I think, actually had to teleport to pit road and had to be held quite a few laps on the pit lane before they were finally able to service her car, so it's not going to be the night she was expecting. As everybody else that was on pit road now leaving, Dillon Poteet now in.
Looks like he was by himself, it looks like. Michael
Yeah.
looks like he was as well. I think those two had lost the pack or something.
They might have. I think you're right. At
But
night now,
those guys pitting really separated the field right there. 32 and 14 kind of separate themselves. They actually caught up to Leia walkway. Is she lapped?
I think they just put her a lap down, actually. Yeah, she has just now gone a lap down to the leaders.
See, I figured her pitting by herself really hurt her, and she lost a pack, and she, like Poteet and Michaels, looks like they're going to be in trouble now for the rest of the race, unless they get a caution.
So now here's my question.
Leaders.
Did Leia Walker just pit, though? Because she then would cycle back around onto the tail end of the lead lap as the leader, Charles Jackson and Prince Littlejohn, are coming in this time.
I was going to say, the 99 might have pitted, because I think she was the first one to pit the last round, so she might have pitted, we didn't see it. So maybe that's what happened, but she's fallen so far back now because she has no help, and she went a lap down.
I mean, FTF is a 5-mile restrictor plate track, so the odds that without pitting that the field would have caught up to her, even though she was just a single car, just didn't seem too likely.
Oh no, she just found a way to get really far back though.
And the leader is Charles Jackson. Looks
That
like
was a quick
everybody
stop.
came in.
It seemed like they just came down pit road and they were already out.
Yeah,
I don't know what they did.
they may have gone with fuel only. I don't know.
You know what they're probably doing? This group probably short pitted because they go about 4 laps and then they can make their final stop again, probably maybe be done for the race. Maybe they're trying to get a quick stop now and kind of go out a couple more laps and pit again. I don't know. That might be the madness. I don't know.
And the interesting thing here, too, you watch, is Jackson comes off of pit road. Tashimi actually comes out in second, and then you got Prince Littlejohn, Bob Jones here. Everything's really spread out now, especially after this second round of pit stops.
Except for this group.
Yeah, now this group comes here. Fergus, Corbett, Shelton, Hernandez, Cody Lamas trying to catch up as well.
Slowly filling at the back of that draft. You're like, I cannot lose it. That's what Cody's thinking right now.
And these are super long straightaways here, too. And if you can get a pack of cars to run really tight, it's not going to take them long to overcome a driver that's running all by themselves. You watch this pack of 4. Watch how quickly they overtake the 23 of Matthew Daly up ahead of them.
It really, if you're by yourself, it takes half a lap just to get up to speed on this track. It's ridiculous how slow it is to get up to speed, but once you have draft and stuff, it doesn't take any time. Just when you're by yourself, you're basically screwed.
So now here's the big question. We've seen between the first and second pit stops that were made, Charles Jackson basically turned back all comers. If these guys get into a pack and they get the run on him, I don't really think Jackson's going to be able to do anything. He's going to be basically the proverbial sitting duck.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I think the only help he has is going to be the 98 and Ferrari Tashimi, and I don't even know where they're at.
Well, they're racing side by side right now, actually.
Oh, actually, they are. That doesn't help. They could easily help themselves out if they stayed single file, but doing this, that second pack will be there in no time, within a lap span.
Yeah.
And this is the first time Charles lost the lead in a while. He's led like the last 5 or 6 laps in a row.
And Haruhi Tashimi must have done it based on the slipstream there. Get the big run off the rear of the 32 and was able to get to the inside. Now they're going to run in a 2-truck tandem, but that pack is coming up right behind them. I don't think they're going to be able to hold them off.
I'm looking at this pack now, and I'm telling you that 9 truck is going to be a wild card in this situation, because she can go with somebody now and help somebody win this race. She's not going to be able to win, so now she really can just help somebody win. It'll be interesting to see where that 9 truck is at the end of this race.
Good point. And another thing I'm noticing too is take a look at the one race deal drivers that could end up winning this thing. Of course, you've got Haruhi Tashimi up there, but there's Luis Hernandez. You got Kyle Corbett in the 56, and not too far back there, the 15 of Prince Littlejohn. So a big opportunity here for drivers that are not running full time to still kind of make a name for themselves here in Truck Series racing.
Yeah, they have absolutely nothing to lose. They're only here to win, and they caught that front. Wow, look at the difference in speed.
They are going to catch them big time.
It looked like the 32 and the 98 were in slow motion or almost stopped. I mean, this group is like big time caught them. That so much for that lead they had.
Yeah, and the tough thing there for that pack though is that Tashimi and Jackson decided to go double wide. That created kind of a wall there, and it's killed all the momentum of that group.
Yeah, it definitely did. I think Jessica Shelton actually pitted. I was saying she'd be a while. Oh no, she's not. She's still up there. The screen's a little blurry. I thought I saw this. What? I just see blue and yellow. I'm like, is that Best Buy or is that Napa? Could have been Burton too. I don't know.
So now Tashimi to the point. Her win that got her into this All-Star race was at Dega. Right behind her, Kyle Corbett, whose win at this track got him into this All-Star race. And then right behind them, Matthew Daly, who hasn't won since Indianapolis of last season. He's been having a pretty stellar season here in Truck Series competition, but no wins. He's trying to pick up the All-Star race victory here. And there's Bob Fergus. This has been the guy, I think, that really has picked up the most spots today. Started 20th, now up here battling for 3rd.
In an unsponsored truck, too, so not
yeah,
a lot
exactly.
of support on that truck. That's a big deal for that team as well. If they could pull off the upset victory, there's like minimal sponsorship on that truck. So that'd be huge for a truck that doesn't have a race. That would be huge.
The biggest highlight that there's been for that 07 team this entire season was they won a segment of the Midsummer Classic at Eldora. And whoa, Prince Littlejohn.
Got slide swiped them.
Yeah, that was close.
Don't know what that was about.
But now Littlejohn has caught up to this front pack. I think Bob Jones is trying to do the same. And now they're going to come down here to the stripe. It'll put lap 15 on the board, and a 6 to go. You know that looming there on the horizon is the money stop, the one pit stop that's going to basically be the do or die time for these drivers, and it'll be the difference between them going to victory lane or finishing second.
And look back there, that second pack is green up again, I believe. I think they're actually caught up.
Yeah, I think they are too. You're right.
And there's your pick right there, leading the way, leading the charge.
Yeah, Galligan's there, Young is there, Bob Jones. I think actually a couple of these drivers in this pack were a couple of stragglers from the tail end of the first pack, so now it's made it a little bit bigger pack back here.
Yeah, and they have just as big of a pack as the front pack, I believe. I mean, they have a good shot at catching up now, I believe, as well.
Eric Burton's in this pack, Kyle Matthews, Jamie DeFalu at the tail end, and the pole sitter Caleb Farrell. Let's go back further, see if we can find some of the other stragglers here.
I was looking for Cody Lamas, and there he is. I was like, he was up in the front pack, like straggling, and he got behind the second pack and lost him.
Yeah, he's 15th right now, and all by his lonesome.
My presence being here because he has such bad luck in my series is why he's doing that. I bring you bad luck.
Austin LaPlante's all by his lonesome. Here's a couple of drivers trying to work together. Luke Walker, Joshua Michaels, Isaac Canepa, but they're, I believe, 17th, 18th, and 19th. And Poteet in 20th now hitting pit road.
He's calling it a day.
I think Leah Walker is now coming.
I think at this point for the guys in the back, sure pitting is probably the only option they have if they want to have any shot at it. I think Leah Walker is like Jake's lead on the tail end of the lead lap, and so is Poteet, so they're both going to basically have to do that. And those other guys like Canepa and some of those guys will have to probably do the same.
Yeah, I think you're right, and
it's going to get interesting now.
Yeah, it's going to get really interesting. Right now, we got a whole bunch of the leaders coming down, but a number of the leaders decided to stay out, and there's those drivers from that second pack there, Matthews and Farrell and Galligan. They got to have a good pit stop here to catch up with these guys coming off pit road.
This one would think some people would say fuel only, just gamble right here, but it looks like everybody at least going to get some 2 tires at least.
Well, this will probably, I'm pretty certain, be the final stop these drivers are going to have to make here. And it's going to come down now to whoever's going to have the best run. Actually, look at this. That second pack's going to come out.
Basically with them.
Yeah, they're coming out with them. Farrell, Young, Galligan, Matthews, they're coming out here. They'll have a chance to catch up.
They have plenty of time still. Just because it says there's 5 to go, that doesn't mean nothing. This race track is so long that they have plenty of time.
Bob Fergus, Prince Littlejohn, and Matthew Daly deciding to stay out an extra lap here. They don't want to stretch another extra lap because we know what happens.
Now, did they stay out 6th lap? Is this their 6th one? Or,
I believe this is their 6th lap. I believe everybody else came down 5 laps after the last pit stop. Now this is the 6th lap. If they don't come, we saw from the Jessica Shelton point of view that it cannot go the rest of the way on another lap. And
Matthew
Daly got caught on the high side.
That might have been a bad thing right there.
He got boxed away from pit road, caught on the high side of Dillon Poteet, and this could be bad for the 23.
Derp.
Oh boy.
We saw Shelton. She only made a half a lap by herself. Let's see what Daly does. He might be able to make another lap, but he's by himself basically now. The 31's his only hope now, and he has to get back up to speed and stuff still. This might have been the ceiling deal for this 23 truck.
Yeah, watch carefully, top middle of your screen. Right now, 186 miles per hour, but if we start to see that thing dip down, we'll know for certain that the Sunoco gasoline has run dry in that Toyota certified Toyota Tundra.
And again, the only hope he has is that 31 to help him. But we saw about this point, this is where Shelton ran out of gas. Looks like he's starting to slow down a little bit. Uh-oh.
He just hit the 184, still maintaining though. 183, uh-oh, wait a minute. It's dipping down slowly.
I don't know if he's starting to hear some sounds and stuff, starting to get worried inside that truck. Well, it'll just all go out at once. That's what's going to happen. So,
if he can make it around an extra time, I mean, that would be tremendous fuel.
He can take less fuel as well if this pays off. That could be a blessing in disguise. He can go in there, maybe just do like, you know, a fuel-only stop and take a couple less seconds to those other guys, and he might still be okay.
And we saw, too, that it doesn't take these drivers very long to get off pit road, and it looks like he is going to make it around an extra lap.
I don't know how he did, but he's not going to ask any questions or say anything. He's just go on with it.
Man, so that was some amazing strategy on the part of Matthew Daly here, and we're going to have to see if it pays off, though, because we're going to see here just exactly how long his pit stop is. I think the driver he's going to have to watch out for will either be Bob Fergus, Prudence Littlejohn, or Luis Hernandez.
Oh, he is taking tires, wow.
Those were the three leaders. He's going to go for those Goodyear Eagles.
We'll see how quickly he gets out, though. I figured he'd just do kind of fuel and just go.
Well, here's the thing, though. We are going to have, when he hits the stripe, we're going to have, I believe it's 3 laps to go. Nope, sorry, I think it's 4 actually. And
should be it'll be 3 to go.
It'll be 3. Okay, so he's got to make sure he's going to make it to the end.
He's not going to be up. Nope.
Oh boy.
That one lap killed him.
Well, here's the thing too. He was running by his lonesome on older tires. Those other drivers were in a pack on fresher tires.
Well, he's going to more than likely. He has to get up to speed, and he needs somebody behind him to help him get up to speed. He's probably not going to have any help, so he's probably in trouble.
If he's lucky, he may be able to get up enough to speed that he'll be able to catch the tail end of this pack. Actually, no,
he's actually going to pull up in front of it.
Wow.
Well, he has to still keep up speed. If they just freight train him still, he might be in trouble. We'll see if they... He's probably actually going to box in the bottom lane. He's going to pull up. He's going to be... Oh, boy. I don't know. I think he's going to do something smart. He's trying to block it. Yep, that's what he did. He's like, I have to block him.
Smart move, holding off Bob Ferguson. But now Ferguson is going to get to the inside of him. But Matthew Daly, though, although he did not exactly, get way out in front of these guys, he's at least in this lead pack, and he'll be a contender for the win. Right now, we actually only have 4 contenders for the win right now. Daly, Fergus, Haruhi Tashimi, and Prudence Littlejohn. The other 2 there, Jessica Shelton, Leah Walker, they're a lap down.
Yeah, so now we might have 2 lap trucks that might factor in the end of this race.
And right now we have,
in this race too, ironically.
And we got 4 females up in this 6-car pack here with Shelton, Littlejohn, Walker, and Tashimi.
So there's a chance that a female's going to win this.
Yeah,
maybe.
You never know. And now Shelton, this would put her, I believe, now only 2 laps down. I think she's 3 laps down to the leader. Yep, that's the case. This would put her 2 laps down, but we're hitting the stripe. And there's going to be only 2 more laps to go, and that second pack back there's got to do something to catch up here.
I don't think the pack is formed up enough to actually do anything, and they're going to run out of time at this point. I don't know. There are some of the dominant trucks back there that were up toward the front that are not even up here anymore. We have a lot of new players up here now.
Prudence Littlejohn, who ended up winning at Lime Rock last season. Tashimi, who won at Dega last season. Fergus, who ended up finishing 2nd in the Oreo Open, and Matthew Daly, whose win at Indianapolis got him into this event. Those are the 4 contenders right now. This second pack behind them's got to really get something going, and right now they don't seem like they're really lined up well enough. DeFelu, Bob Jones, Charles Jackson back here, along with Kyle Corbett, and I think that's Luis Hernandez.
Wasn't Luis Hernandez supposed to, or was he the leader before the Brown pit stop and he's that far back?
I believe so. I think he and Corbett actually came down pit road first and second during the cycle of those pit stops.
I don't know what happened there. That's interesting.
And right now, 2 one-race deal female drivers out in front, nose to tail. Little John and Haruhi Tashimi. Could one of these two go to victory lane here tonight?
Hey, it looks like we're on the verge of possibly, I think this might be the very first All-Star race that goes caution-free, I believe.
I think you could be right.
See, as I said, every season there's always some kind of new twist and stuff. We might have our first caution-free race. That's for this season.
Whoa, look at Matthew Daly.
I don't want to speak too soon, though.
Matthew Daly gonna help push Bob Fergus on the bottom. White flag this time. The top 4 to contend for the win are up in front.
We still have to watch out for that 9 as well. We're still playing. So is the 99. They're both still there. They can still help somebody.
Those could be the wild card factors as Haruhi Tashimi now gets kicked out of line. She's gonna fall to the tail end of this 6-truck pack. It's gonna be a matter of...
He's sitting pretty good right now with those 2 trucks behind him.
And here he comes.
Yeah, the 99 might be committed to working with the 23.
You gotta think there's gotta be some...
Well,
I was just gonna say, you gotta think there's some communications going on down there of drivers trying to get the 99 or the 9 services here, but that just didn't look like it worked.
No, look at Tashimi trying to get back up there. She has to do whatever she can to get back up there.
Right now,
what Bruce Littlejohn wants to see. Let them race side by side.
Yeah, but is this what she wants to see with this group right behind her having an opportunity to maybe bunch up and run her down? Because this is not exactly what you want to do at a restrictor plate track.
Daly, if he can get the slipstream and get that draft, he might have a chance to come after Bruce Littlejohn. He's going to run. He has the 98 right behind him as well.
And the 99 and the 9 are lined up there as well. Oh, but Tashimi peeks out of line. Can Daly block?
Nope.
Not going to be able to.
That might have just killed it right there to get the 15 right there on that move.
I think that iced it. Prudence Littlejohn's just got a mirror drive now as they're double wide behind her. Prudence Littlejohn, 1 race deal, is going to win the Season 8 Oreo Truck Series All-Star Race at FTF.
Yeah! I was thinking either Tashimi and Daly could have worked together to get Prudence Littlejohn, but I mean, I know they're all going for the win, but the 98 basically just killed the momentum for him and the 23, or for her and the 23. I don't know. Just, that was the stealing deal. Prudence Littlejohn hangs on.
And Prudence Littlejohn, this is not a points win, but this would be, if we counted it, her 2nd career win in Truck Series competition. But a great win for her. Her team owner, John Cittadino, was unable to qualify for this race, but Prudence Littlejohn, great run here in that 15 Blue Def Peak Motor Oil Toyota Tundra. And she is going to officially win the All-Star race here tonight at FTF Superspeedway. And for the first time ever in NNSCRA history, we have an All-Star race go completely caution-free.
There's our theme for this season. Yeah.
And now we're going to have wreckfests in the Mobile and Snickers ones, right?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I want to see a wreck. I want to see somebody fly.
Yeah, you always want to see someone wreck, don't you?
Yeah, it's usually me, though. I died last season.
Except for not at M&M's, you don't get to see them fly when they hit that pit wall.
They go flying. Flying.
So as you take a look at your official finishing results here, pretty good runs here by a couple of drivers we didn't see until near the very end. We saw Charles Jackson up front a lot. He still finished with 7th. Kyle Corbett, great track record here. He ended up winning in his first start, and then he finishes 8th here tonight in the non-points all-star race event. And Caleb Farrell, the pole sitter, we saw him actually slip back quite a bit. He was able to battle back for a 10th place, the only rookie in this all-star race.
Yeah, definitely was good to see that, and we can actually say for once our picks actually somewhat did good and survived. Both of ours did.
Yeah.
Mine led for a while. Just kind of pit stops kind of separated and took them out, but that's the beauty of the beast, I guess.
Yeah.
Or the nature of the beast, I should say. I don't know why I said beauty of the beast, man.
So the drivers down at the bottom, I believe Leo Walker, Dillon Poteet, I think they lost the draft, and Jessica Shelton ran out of fuel. But the good news for them is it is not a points race, so they
Wow,
won't
that
really.
31's awful. Whew.
Yeah,
What a horrible driver.
honestly. But he's in the All-Star race for Snickers, so we'll see what he does.
Hey, look, it's Charles.
Hi, Charles. Okay,
Hey,
so
Charles, there's no mayo there. No, no.
all
Well, he
right.
gone.
So another All-Star race is in the books. We'll continue on All-Star Race weekend with the run of the Mobile Cup Series All-Star Race and Snickers Cup Series All-Star Race. Dillon Poteet will be on tap for those two events as well. Also be sure to subscribe to Dillon Poteet's channel. Link to his channel is in the description. And we will now end off this video here with one of Dillon's very famous random sayings.
If you got a sock in your back pocket, I don't know what to tell you. That's all I got. Bye!